Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the first Stitch Fix unboxing of 2020. How in God's name did we manage to blow through 2 decades? Do any of you remember, as well as I do, when we were partying like it was 1999? Do you remember the whole Y2K thing and you had to have a generator to survive? This is gonna be our first one of the new year, and of course I'm very, very excited. So while I'm babbling, we're just gonna dive in. But one thing, please excuse like the shroud of darkness that surrounds me. It is now winter in Pittsburgh, which means I'm not gonna be seeing the sun until like June maybe. If you guys are new to my channel, oh, I can't even get this. If you guys are new to my channel, I'm a senior stylist for Stitch Fix. I'm coming up on my 4-year anniversary. I thought for a while I was working for them for 5 years, but it's only 4. But I have styled over 15,000 fixes. That is so insane. Now, many of those were my own because I style myself. Down below, I have a coupon code that you guys can use. If it's your first time signing up for Stitch Fix, use that code, you'll get a $25 credit towards your first fix. Now the company will also kick me back a $25 credit to use on a future fix of my own. And as always guys, if you're already signed up for Stitch Fix, make sure you go into your profile and grab your own unique referral code. Like once you get a fix, everybody's assigned a unique referral code, and you just start like throwing that out to strangers on the streets, because anybody that uses your code to sign up, they get the $25 credit, and then you get the $25 credit. And let me tell you, like those credits start adding up and it's like, oh, thank Jesus. Now you guys are probably going to think this is like a weird box, and I'm just gonna open it up and show you why. So while I'm doing that, let me tell you a little bit of something about me. Once it gets cold out, and again, here in Pittsburgh, that means gray, the colors and the clothing I like to wear changes dramatically. Like in the summertime or when it's a sunny day, I want color, but when it is gray, I want neutrals. Like this burgundy top, this is about as wild as we tend to get in the winter months. And this fix is going to reflect that, because we're going to be seeing a lot of neutrals and one crazy pop of pink. And of course, as always, like, hello, gorgeousness. The people in our warehouse, I say this all the time, I will continue to be like a record on repeat, a broken record, that's what I was thinking. But look how beautifully they package these. I just, oh my gosh, I love the way they fold everything up. Like, it's all about the presentation, you know what I mean? You guys are gonna have to let me know in the comments down below, like, are any of you as OCD when it comes to the fabrics you like to wear in certain types of weather, the colors you like to wear in certain types of weather? Like, it is a definitive shift for me every single season. So the first thing is this gray cardigan. Now, I will try to show you on my Pinterest board. I actually have a board dedicated to outfit inspiration. And I have just seen a gray, I should probably show it to you. I've seen this pin floating around where it just consists of like a gray cardigan with black leggings and like a white t-shirt. And I just love that look for like low-key weekend, you know what I mean? So I was on the prowl for a gray cardigan. I saw this. Now it does have the flex. This isn't a heather. Can you see that? The light's a little bright. I'll get some additional shots to insert in. But it is gray. It does have the black flecking throughout. Now this isn't as like soft and cozy as I was expecting it to be. It's a little thinner. Now one thing I do appreciate, it does have the front pockets, which I love on a cardigan. It also has the nice ribbing at the bottom there, and also on the cuffs. So just those little details that I totally appreciate. It is open, it's not a button front, and it should be long enough, obviously, to cover me when I'm wearing leggings. Okay, now this next one was like the crazy pop that I just kind of threw in there on a whim, because I love these vibrant jewel colors. Like, oh my gosh, is this not stunning? Love this shade of hot pink. I'm digging it. Now, the one thing I'm typically not a fan of is a tie sleeve, just because it gets in my way. You know what I mean? But I did want to try this on. It has a slight texture to it. So it's not necessarily an ultra silky smooth fabric, but it's not so textured where I feel like it would be annoying on the skin. It is a V-neck, and then, oh bummer, you know what? I don't think this would be long enough to wear with leggings, which is typically how I would wear a blouse like this. So we shall see. But the color alone, oh my lord, woo, yeah, okay. I'm digging the color. You know, one thing too about blouses like this, I typically like to have about 3 of these in my collection, specifically to pair with leggings. If you're somebody like me, we're in the wintertime, you just want comfort, but you still want to look like really polished and pulled together, you can totally take a really dark, opaque pair of leggings and wear them with a pretty blouse like this, add your pearl earrings or some nicer jewelry. And then, you know, for shoes, just go with a classic heel or even like an over-the-knee suede boot. So that way it's like you have the best of both worlds. You're very, very comfortable, you're cozy, but then you also look good. You don't look like I just rolled out of bed, which is typically the look you get with black leggings. Oh my gosh, this next sweater feels so thick and cozy. So I'm all about, obviously, I love a turtleneck during the colder months, and this just looked like a really cute neutral option to pair with either black jeans. Don't think I'm gonna get to wear it with my beloved leggings. I don't know, I might be able to pull it down long enough, but it is very, very soft to the touch. I love the fact that it has the ribbing on the cuff, and also, again, just like that cardigan, the ribbing on the bottom hem. It just adds a nice finishing detail. Let me see, I believe this is 100% acrylic. And I know a lot of people don't like acrylic because acrylic in its, you know, inception was not a very comfortable fabric to wear. But I gotta tell you, like, if you're looking for something super soft, try an acrylic piece of clothing, because it just, hold on here, let me see. Yeah, so this is 68% acrylic, 31% nylon, 1% spandex. Acrylic has come a long way. That's kind of what I'm driving at. It is very, very soft. It's very cozy. It feels very insulated, which is great if you're somebody like me who lives in a climate that gets very, very cold. And then if you'll notice, like on the turtleneck part, the striping is a little thinner than it is on the actual top itself. Okay, so along those same lines of just like bundle me up, I want to be cozy, I did grab this button cardigan. Now this is something I would wear buttoned up. I would not wear it unbuttoned. I don't know, maybe we'll try it. But one of the things that drew me to this again was just the detailing. Like, I love the fact that it has, you know, the trim that is a solid black, and then it goes into the marled type look for the body of the sweater. And then again, it has the rib cuffs, and it also has those super thick, fun buttons down the center there. Now again, it does have somewhat of an open stitch, but it does still feel tight, if that makes sense. You know, some sweaters you throw them on and they have a super loose stitch and you can just feel like the breeze killing you. This feels tight enough where I feel like I could be cozy in it. So we shall see. Oh, I totally forgot I had stuck these in my box. So I have been on the prowl for a wide leg black trouser to add to my collection. And I didn't see an ankle length, but I saw these, they're cropped. So I thought they'd be super fun to try on. Now, let's see, it is a pull-on style, so it does have somewhat of an elasticized waistband. Not sure if I'm super crazy about that. It does have texture and somewhat of a very subtle print on it. That might be hard to see again. I will get some close-up inserts. But it is a very, very wide leg, and so, you know, it's like typical crop. It'll probably hit me like mid-calf area. I thought these would be fun just to try on. They do have side pockets, but they are fake, so it's more of decoration, and then there are no pockets on the back. but they have a nice amount of stretch to them, so I'm sure they will be comfortable to try on. Okay, let's talk about that cardigan first. Now, I kind of knew, like, pulling it out of the box that it wasn't exactly what I had in mind. Like, I'm going for something that's way, like, chunkier and cozier, and this was just much too thinner for my liking. Now, I did appreciate the fact that it layered really well over that long sleeve t-shirt that I wore underneath. And while it was thin, it was comfortable. Like, the material didn't feel scratchy. I also felt that that black flecking was a little too pronounced. Like, I would want something way more subtle than that. So just overall, like I said, the biggest thing was just how thin it was. I'm definitely looking for something that's like, wrap me in and keep me warm, you know, like all winter long. Okay, so that black turtleneck sweater is next. I love the idea of pairing that with a pair of black jeans. It definitely wasn't long enough to wear with leggings. But you know, if you like to pop color into a look like this, like grab a colorful bag, you know, to carry along with you. Now, in terms of how it felt, it was so amazingly cozy and soft and warm. My problem was that turtleneck. That was an aggressive turtleneck. Like, you see how this one, it's letting me breathe. Like, it's just kind of like, it's there, but it's not like all up in my space. That one was like, ugh, like I kind of felt like I was in traction. Like, it was tight on the neck. Oh my gosh, and then that cardigan, I kind of was like, meh, meh, pulling it out of the box. And then when I put it on, it was just like, oh, hello. It just kind of like melted onto my skin. It was so cozy and warm and just like the perfect fit. I loved how it looked with the black jeans. Totally appreciated those fun big buttons, and I really liked the contrast on the trim, that solid black color. Even though it had an open stitch, it was definitely like tight and thick enough that you just, oh my gosh, it just felt so warm. I will say the biggest thing for me is like just how loud the marling was, like that white and black yarn. I don't know, I'm kind of like, even as I'm talking, I feel like I'm on the fence somewhat just because of how cozy it was. And the fit was just, oh, the fit was gorgeous. It was nice and fitted, like it was so nice. I just don't know if I can take that, like I said, that marled yarn look because of how in your face it was. And then finally, I just tried on the jewel tone blouse and the cropped trousers together. Now, starting with the blouse, like the color number one, I love that jewel tone. I think it was like just the perfect pop of personality. And then I really appreciated those tie sleeves. I know I said I'm not a fan of a tie sleeve, and I'm not typically, but it was so substantial and just really nicely done that it wasn't bothering me. It bloused really effortlessly into the trousers, which, I mean, me just personally, I'm looking for something definitely that is more full length, because I think when you are somebody who is short, like me, I'm only 5'4½", the longer and wider the leg of a pant you have, the more elongated your legs look. So that's really what I have my heart set on. And honestly, like when it comes to dress trousers, I am not a fan of the pull-on. Even though the material of this it wasn't like what you'd find in like a higher end shop. It definitely wasn't like paper thin. It was kind of in between, but just overall, it wasn't what I was looking for. But I will say that the stretch was good. It wasn't excessive, and they felt really comfortable. Like they felt like a comfortable pant that you'd be able to get a lot of hours of wear out of. Okay guys, so that is it. I think this is like the quickest decision I've ever made. I'm just gonna send everything back just because the one thing I was leaning towards was that cardigan, the buttoned cardigan, the thick black trim one. But ultimately, I just feel at this point in time, my wardrobe is looking pretty good. Like I'm really happy with the state of it. And there are just key pieces that I want to add to fill in some gaps that I'm just really willing to push the money behind and like invest in those key good pieces. So, I don't know. I feel like in a way I'm going to be filled with regret sending that sucker back. But if I change my mind, I'll let you know in the comments below. But in any event, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great new year, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!